Hello students, here we are back to study together the chapter that we were studying in the previous session, statistics. In the previous session, we had studied how group frequency distribution is useful and what about the values that are the limits. If the value is repeated on the class limits, that value should be counted or considered in that particular class wherever it is the lower limit. Yesterday, here we had concluded in the previous session. Today, it is exercise that we are going to see. What exactly the things are? The first question is, the blood groups of 30 students of class 8 are recorded as follows. You can see the data there, A, B, O, AB, as also you can see the data that is been given to us. They are asking represent this data in the form of a frequency distribution table. What is the most common and which is the rarest blood group among these students? What they are asking, whatever data is given to us, they are asking to represent this data in the form of a frequency distribution table. Which is the most common and which is the rarest blood group among these students? Children, first we shall try to understand how we can prepare a frequency distribution table here. The classes that we are going to make, first of all, very first thing, instead of saying classes, I can say whether it will be a grouped frequency distribution table or a ungrouped. Very simple thing. The blood groups are A, B, O and AB that are present here. So, the 4 blood groups will be represented. In that, later on, we are going to write the frequency. How many students belong to group A, group B, group O, group AB? After constructing the frequency distribution table, we have to answer 2 questions. Which is the most common blood group and which is the rarest blood group? It depends upon the frequency that we will get, the number of students who belong to which blood group. If the number of students are more in a particular blood group or at maximum, then what it will happen? We have to say that that is the most common. And if the number of students are at minimum in a particular blood group, we have to say it is the rarest one. So, let us see now how exactly the things will happen. Here you can see I am just scrolling down the things. Yes, you can see the same question here. Blood groups A, B, O, AB as I had mentioned before this. Now regarding the frequency, let us take the example for A. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I hope you are understanding. Else, I'll just mark it here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 students are having blood group A. So, you can see here in the table the tally marks. As we know very well, a group of 5, 4 vertical and 1 across makes a group of 5, and after that again 4 vertical tally marks. The total comes to 9. Similarly, after counting for B, the frequency is 6. Please see the tally marks also. 5 a group and 1 more, it is 6, and the same is written here. O, it is 5, 1 more 5, 2 more, frequency 12. AB only 3, you can see here only 3. Total of the frequency is 30. Total of the frequency is 30. If you remember that blood groups of 30 students, it is blood group of 30 students. So, now a question which has been asked to us, which is the most common and which is the rarest? Now, 12 of the students are having blood group O, that will be the maximum, and 3 of them, they are having the blood group 3, they are the minimum, the least value. So, from the table we observe that most common blood groups is O, 12 times maximum, and rarest group is AB, 3 times least, and this is the answer. Children, we have to answer the questions carefully. After observing the frequency distribution table, then only we can answer it properly. Else, it will become a confusion for us. Let us go for the second question. The distance in kilometer of 40 engineers. Please understand the question carefully. The distance in kilometer of 40 engineers from their residence to their place of work were found as follows. Means below whatever values are given, this 5, 3, these are nothing but in kilometers it is present. The residence of the engineers from their workplace is how many kilometers? What they are asking below, the data is given here. You can see the data. Construct a grouped frequency distribution table with class size 5. Yeah, they have guided us that the class size, make it 5 for the data given above, taking the first interval as 0 to 5. 5 is not included. Whatever I mentioned in the starting of this session, that if the distance is 5 kilometers of a particular engineer's residence from the workplace, we have to include it in the next class. 5 to 10, not in 0 to 5. Yesterday also we had seen in the previous session, we had seen that it was explained to us particularly how the weight 35.5 and 40.5 in the previous session we have seen in the solved example. The same they are telling in brief. Proceeding further, what main features do you observe from this tabular representation? Yeah, the question is very tricky type of, a very typical question. What main features do you observe from this tabular representation? Means you have to think a little bit in this. Not a regular one. What your conclusion will be. Now let us see. Let us first represent the data in grouped frequency distribution table. Let us represent the data. Now before I will show you one more thing here. It is given in the textbook in this way. Okay. How we should arrange it properly, this is the main thing. Why it should be arranged in this way? The reason is very simple. When we are counting the particular value or the number of engineers who are staying at a particular kilometer, in that case it should be fast for us to understand. Now for example, if we are taking 5, the very first value, 5 is present only once in this column. 5 is not present here, not present here, not present here, not present here. Second 5 is present here. So 1 5 is present here, second 5 is present here. Okay. Then again 5, not there. What happens? It becomes very easy for me to count. Else it becomes difficult or it makes me confusing. So if we write in this tabular form in a particular way, making a table, it becomes very easy for us to count and to prepare the frequency distribution table. Here you can see the frequency distribution table as it was informed to us, as it was guided in the question. Distance in kilometer, the distances are in kilometer. 0 to 5, 5 to 10, 10 to 15, 15 to 20, 20 to 25, 25 to 30, 30 to 35. Classes are continuous. 5 is the upper limit here. In the next class, 5 is the lower limit. This was not possible in our first question where the blood groups were present. Can we make the blood groups continuous? No, it is not possible. Here it is possible. So what we are doing? We are just going to count and write. So after doing these things, we can see that in the frequency distribution table, you can see that between 0 to 5 kilometers, 5 engineers are staying, their residencies in between 0 to 5 kilometers. Number of female engineers it is. So 5 to 10, 11 of them. 10 to 15, 11 of them. 15 to 20, 9 of them. 20 to 25, 1 of them. 25 to 30, 1. And 30 to 35, 2. What you can understand? Their residence is how much far away from the office. This distance in kilometers, it has been given to us, the data, and we are preparing the frequency distribution table, and here is a table that has been formed. From the table above, we observe that out of 40 female engineers, 36 engineers, that is 90% of the total female engineers, reside less than 20 kilometers from their workplace. Now let us see how this happened. 0 to 5 kilometers, 5 to 10 kilometers, 10 to 15 kilometers, 15 to 20 kilometers. What happened? 5 plus 11 plus 11 plus 9 till 20 kilometers, these many are. So what they have said, less than, reside less than 20 kilometers. If any of the engineer is staying at 20th kilometer, that engineer will be counted in this class 20 to 25. Now what we have counted here, engineers who reside less than 20 kilometers. So they are 36, means they are 90% of the total female engineers. They are 90% of the total female engineers. So let us go for the next question. The third question, what is the data of the relative humidity in percent of a certain city for a month of 30 days was as follows. What is the data of relative humidity of a certain city for a month of 30 days? Means this is the data that is collected of 30 days of a particular month, of a particular city, of a certain city. Now this relative humidity, you can see a 98.1, 98.6, 99.2, as on, so it goes on, and the end value you can see it is 89, the last value is 89. Okay, what are the questions that are based on the data that is given to us? First thing, they are asking us to construct a grouped frequency distribution table with classes 84 to 86, 86 to 88, etc. Second question, which month or season do you think this data is about? Yeah, they are asking us to guess which month or season do you think they are asking us the data is based on. Third question they have asked, what is the range of this data? What is the range of this data? Now you know very well how to calculate range. In our previous session we have gone through that. The range is calculated the minimum value in the data and the maximum value in the data. We are finding both of them, and maximum value minus minimum value, whatever the difference we are getting, that is nothing but the range. In our previous session, in our previous class, we have seen this. Let us switch to the solution. Okay, let us come to the table as per the instructions. The classes made are, the first column is relative humidity in percentage. The first column is relative humidity in percent. Second, tally marks. Third, frequency. What is the frequency? Number of days. 84 to 86 is the first class interval. Second, 86 to 88. In this way we are going on till 98 to 100. Now why we have stopped to 100? What is the reason behind that? Why we have stopped for 100? Let us see the data what is given to us. Let us go through it properly. 98.1, okay, this is what 98 is maximum here, 98.1. Here 98.6 is the maximum in the second column. In the third column we can see 99.2 is the maximum. Here 90, 93, okay, less than 99, 86, 95, 92, less than, 92, 97, 97.3, 97.2. It is again less than 99.2. Here you can see less than 99.2. and finally we come to the conclusion that the maximum that we are having is 99.2. So if 99.2 is there, then we have to end up at 100 here, because we have kept a class width of 2. Now you can see in the table, you people have to work on your own to count the frequency, to find out the frequency of each of the class intervals, what are the number of days and what is the relative humidity. 84 to 86, it is number of days 1. 86 to 88, number of days are again 1. 88 to 90, number of days are 2. 90 to 92, number of days are 2. 92 to 94, number of days are 7. 94 to 96, number of days are 6. 96 to 98, number of days are 7. And 98 to 100, number of days are 4. This you have to do, and then only you can come to a conclusion whether the things are correct. Now we have to answer the question. From the data we observe that relative humidity is high. So data appears to be taken in the rainy season. Obviously, it is but natural. What we understand, if the relative humidity is high, the data, it appears to be taken in the rainy season. Now the third question was, what is the range of the data? Now from the data we observe that highest relative humidity is 99.2% and lowest relative humidity is 84.9%. How we calculate the range? In our previous session it has been explained. So range is what? Highest value, the difference between the highest value and the lowest value. So the highest value in the data is 99.2, lowest is 84.9. The value, the data is recording in percentage. So it is not only 14.3, it is 14.3%. That is the range that is present here. I hope you have understood this, and we shall switch to the textbook to study the next question. The next question is, what is the description? It is saying that the heights of 50 students measured to the nearest centimeters. What they are saying, it has been measured to the nearest centimeters, have been found to be as follows. It is 161, 150, 154. As on so, it is till 159. You can see the columns and rows, and the data is of 50 students. It is their heights that are being recorded. Fine. What to do with the data? What they have asked to do? Represent the data given above by a grouped frequency distribution table. Now till now you must have understood how much useful is group frequency distribution. Taking the class intervals as 160 to 165, 165 to 170, etc. Yes, they have guided us that what should be the class intervals. The class intervals should be 160 to 165, 165 to 170. In this way we can proceed further. What is the next question? What can you conclude about their heights from the table? Students, one thing you must have understood, they are asking the questions that are in general, and they are not asking any specific thing. They are not asking that how many students are having the height between a particular class interval. No, they are expecting something different from us. It is not because we cannot answer, but they want to develop our thinking in a particular way, because this is statistics, and in statistics how much our understanding is growing on the data is very important. To find out some useful inferences, some useful results, we have to understand the data in a proper way, and the same scope is given to us here. So taking the class intervals 160 to 165, 165 to 170 is preparing the group frequency distribution table. And second, what can you conclude about their heights? After preparing the table, what you can conclude? We shall switch to the solution. As I said to you previously, that if we write the data in this way, in a proper tabular manner, one below another in a proper way, it becomes very easy for us to calculate the frequency. Okay, let us proceed further to see the table for group frequency distribution. So you can see heights in centimeter in the first column, tally marks in the second column, and number of students, that is a frequency, in the third column. 150 to 155, frequency is 12, 155 to 160, frequency is 9, 160 to 165, frequency is 14, 165 to 170, frequency is 10, and 170 to 175, frequency is 5. Okay, this is the table that is been formed, group frequency distribution table. Now what is the conclusion from this? From the frequency distribution table drawn above, we conclude that more than 50% of the students are shorter than 165 centimeter. What they have said, more than 50%. Total number of students are 50. Less than 165 centimeter height is 12 plus 9, 21, 21 plus 14, 35. Out of 50, 35 students height is less than 165 centimeter. So what we can say? We can conclude this, we can go in the other way. We can go in the other way. What is the other way? We can say only 15 students have the height. Only 15 students are having the height greater than or equal to 165 centimeter. It is the other way. But why it has been concluded here more than 50%? Because among the given data of 50 students, more of the students have the heights less than 165 centimeter. So wherever the majority is there, we have to conclude that, we have to see that. So I think you must have understood what exactly we conclude from this. One more thing, you have seen here that in case of humidity also in the previous sum, what it was said, from the data above we observe that humidity is high, so the data is in rainy season. Obviously through our observation these all things are happening. And the most important thing, that whenever we are going through such conclusions, we see what the majority data says. See about the engineers. See about the engineers. It is what majority of the data. So in this session we shall conclude here. In the next session we shall proceed with the exercise further. Till that time, you take care. Thank you.